Hi and welcome to another video of How to Loot the Dogs, a series in which I show you how we do things in our guild, Loot the Dogs. My name is Heelsplix and I stream our raids on Twitch. It's time for the Menagerie, a fight that has been adjusted since the start of Phase 2 and is one of my favorite fights in Gnomeregan. You face 4 bosses who each have their special attack when they pass 75, 50 and 25% health, and all have to die at the same time. The sheep is untankable and just wanders around from player to player. It has an AoE silence, so stay away from it and warn tanks if it's moving towards them. Its special ability is a reflective shield, which makes it very painful to attack it every time it reaches 75, 50 or 25% health. Next up is the dragon whelpling, who poops and breathes fire. Move him away from the poop and watch where he's facing when he's going to do his breath. His special ability at 75, 50 and 25% health is overheat. It buffs the other bosses, does AoE damage, but also increases damage taken by 25%. It's a good idea to announce this ability so healers are prepared and squishy melee can keep an eye on themselves. Then we have Chicken, who somehow, with his little beak, hits like a ton of bricks. She poops eggs that turn into bombs. Just move the bosses away from them and ignore them. They will despawn or get killed by ranged cleaves. Her special ability at 75, 50 and 25% health is Cluck, which buffs all bosses with a 50% increased attack speed. The last one is the cute little squirrel. Part of its normal rotation is Widget Volley that must be interrupted. Its special ability at 75, 50 and 25% health is a domed shield. Just move the bosses out of it. Put your chunkiest tank on Chicken and your highest threat one on Dragon and Squirrel. We had an interim tank with us, so he got to take Dragon and Squirrel, and we adjusted our kill order to reflect his lower threat and lower chunkiness. The 3 non-sheep are tanked together on the outer edge of the room and are slowly moved around when there is fire poop, an egg, a shield, or an approaching sheep. Have your interrupter focus on interrupting Squirrel, while the rest of your DPS starts on Sheep, giving the tank some time to build threat on the others. When Sheep reaches 75% and casts its shield, move on to Dragon. When Dragon casts its first overheat at 75%, move back to the Sheep to give the tanks and healers some time to recuperate from the overheat. When Sheep reaches its next shield cast at 50%, move back to Dragon until it casts its next overheat at 50%, and so on until both Sheep and Dragon are just below 25%. Then move on to Chicken and burn it until just below 25%. Then Squirrel, and then assess who needs more damage to have them die at the same time. Avoiding overheated clocks and having some recuperation time after each overheat were our main reasons for staggering the DPS the way we did. This is not the most conventional way, but it works for a lower geared raid with a lower geared tank. How do you do this encounter? If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and follow me on twitch.tv/Heelsplix.